I would like to ask a question to Abbie.
Yes, sir.
Do you support the struggle of the Palestinian people?
Yes, absolutely. I yelled for 12 years.
You do?
Easily? Sure.
Why then, in some left-wing circles, they accuse you of being Zionist?
Me?
Yes.
That's their problem. I don't know. That's their problem. No. In fact, I consider...
Because there are some people who think that to be anti-Zionist is to be anti-Semitic.
I consider Zionism in its truest form anti-Semitic. If you look at Begin, you're looking at Jerry Falwell. And you're looking at the more fundamentalist you get, the more you're getting religion into the state. And I mean, my position on that has been pretty clear 10 or 12 years. It's not the easiest thing for me to discuss because it's with some pain. You can understand that. I mean, I am Jewish, so I get very mad because Jews are smart, and their policy in the Mideast is not only brutal, it is dumb. I think what happened, and I've talked this with some Indian tribes. It's interesting in their history too. Sometimes a people will have such a traumatic event like a Holocaust that the whole nature of their culture changes. So after the Holocaust, Jews had to go out and prove that they could kill with the best of them. They could go and conquer. They didn't have to do this before. It wasn't part of their identity before. So there's a whole breed of American Jews that brag about having Nixon for friends and being invited to the White House and, just like, go there and cut them all up. I mean, that's disgusting. There's a good book called Jews Without Mercy, which deals with the commentary crowd. But the fact that I am called a Zionist, there's no difference between that and I'm called a member of the Ku Klux Klan. What do you expect? It's just Scrabble out there in the media.
Why do you think the left wing in America is so mixed up, so lost?
Because I don't think there is supposed to be a left wing in America, or I don't think we are an ideological country.
Right.
I think the ideologies belong in Europe, and I don't even know there. These are certainly not the times when one decides one's action based on ideology. One has to look at the issue.
Right.
And say, analyze the issue per se, apart from ideology, and not try to take the issue and squeeze it into an ideology. That doesn't mean that somebody shouldn't have a global view, but they should work very, very small and narrow, and on issues.
By the way, what happened to Jerry Rubin?
Jerry?
Yeah.
I heard he
became a businessman in Wall Street?
No. Oh, when Jerry Rubin talks, E.F. Hutton listens? I don't know where Jerry is tonight. He's probably in bed by now. I don't care where he is. What's the difference? No one asks me where Angela Davis is, or where the Berrigans are, or where Mario Savio is, the leader of the student movement and the only one in U.S. history, really. They don't ask where the activists who are still active are, because the media wants to keep that a secret. Oh, Jerry, I don't know, he's off there trying to make some money. Big deal. So what, 90% of the people listening to this show?
Hello?
I detest that question.
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus because he brought me back Abbie on Radio Unnameable at Christmas time. I know.
Some things that look easy, they're the toughest, don't you think? You look at Harold Robbins, and it looks real easy, that kind of writing. And I'm convinced he don't sleep ever. He's just up there like writing away like a son of a gun. Because it looks so easy, but it ain't. Dying.
Yes, you're on the air.
Being a good American makes me a fascist in the eyes of scum like...
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Well, well, I can't himself. So long.
I'll outlive you, you creep.
You're on the air.
That's the only revenge left. You have to outlive him. Really has no ideology except it wants to fight these issues and keep the river clean.
That's what they said about Hitler, you two-faced fraud. You're nothing more than a left-wing Nazi. You're a self-hater. You are a media criminal. Helped stab America in the back in Vietnam. You prolonged the war when victory was in America's grasp, confining American soldiers to be butchered, while you went and licked them.
Yeah, I'll do that. You can write...
Hey, he's a warrior. He's one of those old-timers. He's one of those old-timers
Hey, Hitler. Without Hitler, we wouldn't have Volkswagen.
Oh, gremlin.
All right. Well, it was good being around.
Well, it was good having you around.
I think I'll visit every 6 years, like those moths.
Quick. Over here, quick. Ooh.
Okay, Mom.
Now sit here. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye to the microphone.
Bye-bye.
Again.
Bye-bye.
More.
Hello. Bye-bye. 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 He can hear me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I love you.
Well, I don't know who Derek is. He's the guy who, on the radio, hi. Hello?
I think you have my... is it someone else?
Yeah, it is someone else now. You're on the radio, hi.
X.
You're on the radio. Hello. You're on the radio.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
I'm just calling to say that when I heard the news about Abbie, the first person I thought of was you. And I thought, come hell or high water, I'll listen Saturday and see what everybody says and just listen, because I knew there would be a lot of what's happening tonight. But I really want to talk.
Great.
And
I'd like to hear you.
I just, first off, think that the woman who was talking about Abbie's humor really, to me, has it, because that's what I remember most about him. And I remember hearing him on your show mostly and how much I enjoyed that. And I remember one night listening when Frank Language called and told Abbie he was a twit. And Abbie said, no, I'm not a twit. I'm an obnoxious little Jew. And I thought that was so funny and so wonderful. And he always did that. He always made fun of himself and laughed at himself and made a joke about us all. And that was really, to me, who he was in a way, besides all this other stuff that's wonderful. And also, I think it's pretty weird and synchronous that you should mention Spartacus. Because wasn't there a whole thing where there was a party where everyone wore a mask like Abbie, and it was the same thing. You all said,
That's right.
I'm Abbie.
That's right.
So it's the same kind of a thing, so that was really amusing and synchronous to me.
When Abbie was underground, his friends threw a benefit party for him at the Felt Forum called Bring Abbie Home. And it was at around the same time that there were some benefits called Bring the Boys Home from Vietnam and Bring the MIAs Home. And we were saying Bring our anti-war hero home, Abbie Hoffman, who was underground and hiding out. And when Abbie heard about it, and he heard about how John Voight was going to be there and all kinds of Hollywood people, and I think the band was there. I mean, the great artists that performed, that, you know, had some kind of, somehow Abbie had changed their lives as well as ours. Abbie said, there's nothing that's going to stop me from coming there. And we said, Abbie, like half of the tickets are going to be bought by the FBI. They're going to grab you. And he said, nothing will stop me from being there. So we were faced with the problem of what to do to, stop him from being arrested. So we had masks made up. I went to the Squat Theater, which was a group of international freedom fighters, and they were doing plays that had rubber masks on some of the characters to make them look like other actors in the play, and at some point they took them off and transformed themselves, and I went to them with a picture of Abbie, and they made 3 of the most lifelike rubber masks in some kind of styrofoam, whatever it was, that I'd ever seen. It looked more like Abbie. And I had asked a couple of other artists, and they came up with things that looked even more like Abbie. And somebody came up with an Abbie puppet, and then, the thing was getting out of hand. So we had these paper masks made up. We had 5,000 paper masks made up. I still have some too. A couple of thousand of them in a warehouse right now, and we gave them out. Someone brought some what the hell do they call that hippie ribbon that people wore around their heads? Hippie ribbon, I think it was called, that people wore around their heads. And Stacy Pober brought it.